So 20 minutes later, he says, "Yep, there's still too much stuff over there." And I'm just like, "Hey man, like I don't need you guilt tripping these people. You know what I mean? Like I'm not that person, right? Like a few people, maybe stop by or whatever. Like another 30 minutes later or a few minutes later, whatever it was, makes another announcement. Like, hey, like, yo, open bowlers, lead bowlers, support your brother. Like, support your Brian. Like, support Brian. Like, he's out here doing good work. And in my head, I'm just like, bro, like, chill. Like, I ain't even saying all that. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm the type of person where, again, I'm not greedy. I'm not desperate. You know what I mean? Like, as it may sound weird, but I've had a certain level of peace at specific moments during this journey, even though I am in some pretty crazy financial predicaments. I'll say it that way. I've had a lot of peace knowing and trusting that I'm doing the right thing. So people start buying stuff, right? And like 20 minutes later go by, he says, "All right, I'm probably skipping ahead a little bit, but he basically says, all right, he got too much stuff over there. Here's what I'm going to do. Whatever you guys buy, I'm going to match." And in my head, I'm just like, bro, what is he doing? Like, this was not planned. This was not scripted. I'm just like, yo, right? People come, they support crazy. Honestly, that's the best day I've ever had. Like, so far with this whole, selling merch and stuff like that, right? I think I did $450 in that time frame. That's more money than I've made in like a 12-hour day of Uber. He then comes up to me, asks me what my number is. I tell him it's 450. He said he basically goes to the register, hands me the $450, and was like, "Yeah, give me whatever you got that'll get to that 450, and I'm going to donate that to the youth of the Philadelphia High School League." And I'm just like, "Hey yo, hey yo," right? I was at a loss for words, if I'm being honest, because I've been wondering when I was going to see a harvest. Like when, like don't get me wrong, like and guys, I want you to truly know this. I appreciate every single one of you guys that's bought gear, that supported the cause, all that, right? People that have connected me with different educators, things of that nature. Please understand that I appreciate all of it. At the same time, these bills is billing, and I'm still not on like solid footing. If I'm being from the world's perspective, from God's perspective, I'm on the most solid foundation I could be on. But from like the worldly perspective, from like my visual eyes of what I see, bro, I'm like, I'm in quicksand basically, you know. So while I do appreciate the support, like I'm still, and again from like a logical standpoint, drowning. You know what I mean? But like this was a perfect example of just God showing up. God reminded me that He is God. You know what I mean? Like I think if some of you guys saw my post maybe a couple of days ago, I talked about how Inky. If you guys don't know Inky Johnson's story, I don't want to get too long-winded, but basically he, was a star football player, winds up getting hurt, career-ending injury while he was only a couple games away from getting to the NFL. Writes a book, wants to give the book to Oprah. His friends tell him, bro, don't, like, nah, like, she ain't gonna take your book, bro. He's going to drive. I forgot, I think it's from like Atlanta to Chicago just to give Oprah his book. And he gets down there, and what winds up happening is Oprah is like walking down the street, and he's walking, and they meet up, and Oprah stops and like, checks him out. I think kind of looks at his suit. He was wearing like a 3X suit or something like that, right? And I think he took the. I think she said that she took the book, and the security guard basically like pulled him aside. Was like, "Hey, bro, just letting you know, like what just happened never happens, right?" And for him, he, all the naysayers is like, he's like, oh ye little faith, you're right, to all the naysayers. But people asking like, oh man, you gonna be on the show, you gonna be doing this, and he's like, bruh, if I'm being real, it's not even about that. And they could understand it. But what he said was, I just wanted to know that God still had me. Like that me and God was still rocking together, right? Like, cause this life thing is scary, y'all. Like this stuff that happens down here on earth, it's a lot sometimes. Sometimes you just gotta have that, just that warm embrace and just say, it's gonna be okay. Whether that's from a family member, whether it's from your heavenly father, right? But sometimes you just want to know that, you're not crazy, you're not stupid, you're actually doing something, you're doing the right thing, right? Like the break is coming. And that's what happened for me yesterday, if I'm just being honest. Super unexpected, and honestly, the only reason I was even there is because I forgot the hoodie. I did not plan on being there later that night. So, look, man, I don't know where you are in your current season, whether it's planting, whether you are seeing a little bit of harvest, but not necessarily what you want. I just wanted to encourage you, honestly, just encourage you to keep pushing, keep fighting, keep taking it one day, one step, one shot at a time, guys. Take a deep breath. Just take a deep breath. And just give me one more. You never know what God is doing. There's a song called Waymaker where it says, even when I don't see it, he's still working. Even when I don't feel it, he's still working. So no, even in the situation that you're in right now, good, bad, or indifferent, God is still working. Be blessed, guys.